Hey there, my name is Sock. I'm a queer artist from Indianapolis, Indiana. And today I just wanted to update you guys on a few works in progress, whips if you will. I honestly don't have that many going. I'm mostly just working on my Tattoo Flash cardigan testnet. I'm really trying to get that done. I'm way behind, but that's okay. I've been really struggling with a lot of my chronic health issues lately, so we've really slowed down. The last 2 weeks I was like grinding to get ready for like 2 markets, and I think I really overdid it a bit. But I did make this cute new shirt. It's got this little skull guy on it, and then I'm really happy with the back. It's got like this like full art moment, which I think is really cute. I've been having a lot of fun, like really just experimenting with the like garments that I've been upcycling. For this guy, I didn't really plan out exactly what I was going to do for it. I just looked through my sketchbook and put together like whatever felt right, and that was a lot of fun. I really like how it turned out, and I'm definitely keeping it for myself. I got some lace in the mail. Maybe I'll do a little eBay haul. I went a little crazy, and I definitely shouldn't have, but we've got some cute lace and some cute new stamps to use, so that's exciting. I also just took apart, and a couple videos ago I showed you these like textile sample booklets that I had, and so I finally just took them apart so that I have the actual materials. A lot of them have this like glue on the back that I need to figure out how to remove. I'm hoping if I just soak them in warm water, maybe it'll come off. A lot of these guys also have like paper still on them, and it's just like not coming off easily, so I think again like a hot water soak might be the trick for that. And then we have the project of the moment, my Tattoo Flash cardigan. I've been finally making like some good progress on it. I think we have like 3 or 4 weeks left to finish it. So I'm definitely like way more behind than I was intending to be, but also I'm just happy that I'm finally making progress on it. Yeah, like I said, I've just been struggling a little bit with like having energy and my hands not feeling like they're in intense pain. So yeah, that's my little update for now.
And then it makes it so there are no gaps between the increases usually they have like some weird gaps, or like I have to make the stitches really tight in order for the gaps to be like less visible. And for this one there is none. Let me show you. Yeah, as you can see there's
My skein flew off, so I had to like hand wind it. That's why it looks like this. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on this sweater. We are finished with the snake's head. It's looking so good. I'm so excited. Yeah, we just got a little bit more of the neck to go, and then we'll have ribbing. I'm hoping to finish that this week and get started on the front panels really soon. So excited. Okay, so while I am here working on this, still working on the back panel, I wanted to talk about some of my knitting goals for the rest of 2026. We are like halfway through the year. Because I was so new to knitting, I didn't really create a structured goal of what I wanted my knitting to look like this year, and I don't regret that at all. However, I am kind of feeling the itch to set some like priorities in place, you know? I've been really enjoying test knitting, but also I kind of am excited to be done with test knitting. I have a lot of other stuff that I'm very excited to do. That being said, I did just apply for another test knit. I'm freaking insane, but Say Less Knits is their handle, and they made a testosterone knitting pattern, which is so freaking cool. So I did apply for that. We will see if I get into it. Obviously I really like that pattern because like I've been on T, you know, and I think it's cool. But I also like that there's this Instagram account called Knit Them, I think is what it is. If it's not, I will fix it and put it in the video. But they basically are helping pattern makers prioritize having queer knitters in the test knits, which is just cool. So for the testosterone pattern, Say Less Knits, I don't know their actual name, I'm so bad about stuff like that. They are making sure that at least 30% of their test group is coming from Knit Them, who has like a whole resource of trans knitters, which I am a part of, to join like their whole bank of trans knitters. I believe it's just in their bio. They just got this like ever-growing application. It's not even really an application, it's just like, hey, I'm a trans knitter and I'm here. Hey. It's pretty cool. I think that's awesome. So we'll see if I get into that. And if I don't, no worries. Low-key, maybe for the best, because I don't know. I have slowed down a bit. Granted, like I've done a lot of this week. And if I do get into that test knit, I'll just be sure not to get a second test knit on top of it. I definitely think having the Isolde top on top of this test knit was not the move, and it wasn't intentional, but I was like, I can do it. And yes, I could and can do it, but should I? No, because I am not a monogamous knitter. I like to have multiple projects, and that means I want to have a project that's like 100% my choice of making, which I guess a test knit is also that, but I like to be able to pick up and put down projects willy-nilly. So after I finish this guy, I do have my Zakuri cardigan on the needles still. I'm really torn on the color that I cast it on with, because it's completely acrylic, but the color is kind of cute. But when I was in Nashville, I picked up some other yarn that's kind of cuter and darker and might be more wearable for me, but I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that front. I'll probably just finish it in the color that I already started it in, because why wouldn't I? And then I can make another sweater in the other colors. But yeah, so that will be done this year as well. So counting back to what I've already completed this year, let me check the audio. Okay, I grabbed some headphones, so hopefully the audio quality is a little bit better. While I was up, I also grabbed my Zakuri cardigan, that's in progress. So here is this. I was gonna say, it's kind of hard because of the lighting in here to see exactly what it looks like. Yeah, so it's like a cute like rainbow variegated acrylic yarn. It's not the softest, but it's not terrible. And you know, every time I see this yarn and like worked up, I'm like, okay, that is cute. Why? We have a guest now. But yeah, every time I look at this yarn all worked up, I'm like, yeah, it's actually cute, and I probably will wear this, because it's still like on the darker neutral side. Neutral as in, it's like a colorful neutral. That's how I would describe it as. But yeah, so I'll probably continue that pattern in that yarn. But yeah, we got these shelves. These are the ones I was talking about that like kind of knocked me out for the week. So, but I've been really enjoying them. Okay, so back to what I want to knit for the rest of the year. I was looking back through some of my like saved knitting patterns that I've been looking at. And, sorry, I'm trying to find my face again. So of those, I think I definitely want to make the Nay sweater. First of all, it's the year of the horse, and second of all, I've like had my eyes on that sweater for so long since I started knitting, which granted hasn't even been a year yet, which is crazy, but I don't know, that one has just been at the top of my list for a good while. So the Nay sweater, definitely. I also, the Northern Augustins, I think it's 11. I really like that one. I think I probably won't make it this year though, because it just feels like a winter exclusive sweater, you know? It just feels like really heavy, so I'll probably hold off on that just because I like having more transitional pieces. But yeah, I did just come across this other cardigan pattern that's so stunning. It's like a really cool like color blocking that I've been drawn to in many different like patterns that I've seen people work it up in, and this one just like looks stunning. I'll insert a picture of it because I don't remember what it's called at all, but it's really, really gorgeous. So I don't know, that might be added to my list. I also think it would be cool to knit a hoodie, but priorities are, I think I definitely want it to be a goal to make the Nay sweater this year, because that would be so sick. I also really want to make that Highland Rose hat that I featured in my knitting patterns for like spring of 2026. I think those are the two big ones. I've been wearing a lot of bandanas lately, so I think it would be really cute to make like a bandana or like a little scarf for my head. I also think a nice little like Sophie scarf or just like a basic little neck scarf for winter would be really nice. But yeah, I kind of, like I said, want to focus on more like transitional pieces that can be used like spring, fall, and winter, not just winter, you know? Just because that's usually my preference on like knitting.
You know, that was fun. The only thing that was annoying is you had to do the Japanese short rows while increasing at certain points. It's engaging because you're doing to that tune and you have to do the increases, but it's not too engaging where you're constantly the rows. I don't think I'll be able to finish the rows today because
Okay, so it is another day, but I'm still working on this back panel. We have gotten to like where I'm just doing the neck. I'm so close to being done with this panel. I'm hoping to finish it up today or tomorrow, maybe, if I really take some time. But yesterday I had started talking about all the things I've made this year, and then I kind of stopped. I got interrupted because I was checking the audio, but I wanted to go back to that. So this year in makes, I'm trying to think. The first thing that I started, I believe, was the Loopy Studios cardigan. That one was really fun. It took me a little while. I started it, and that project taught me how to do knit increases. I did not know how to do those. I did them completely wrong for a little bit, and then on my TikTok, I like sent out like a SOS video, and a lot of people came to my rescue and were like, "You're doing your increases completely wrong." I was like, "Oh, okay," because my crochet knowledge really failed me. Because in crochet, like, I feel like you just put your increases wherever. At least I had done crochet with like amigurumi and like granny squares, so I had never really done garments where like all of the increases are aligned. So yeah, it was really rough, and the raglan was not raglaning. But yeah, I finished that, and then I believe the next project I did was, I actually think I put that project on hold because I got accepted into the Stella Tea testing group. And so I made that Stella Tea, and it turned out really cute. It's in green. I used like a Karen Pound of Love. Not a good wearable option. I just wanted to use some of my stash, but I don't wear that top. One, because I think the fit is a little bit too feminine for me. I think maybe if I made the shirt a little longer, I got really lazy towards the end, so I kept it a little cropped. But yeah, I don't really love that, and I think maybe I'm trying to think of like how I could modify it to actually wear it. If I made the body longer, maybe if I made the neck a little taller, so that way it's like almost a mock neck, and then maybe if I made larger sleeves and or longer sleeves, because right now they're like bell, like cap sleeves, and I think it's a really cute tee. It just isn't my vibe. I think that pre-top surgery I would have liked how it looked better, but now it's just not really my favorite, and I've changed my style to be a lot more loose generally, and so the fitted tee just isn't quite the vibe. But a lot of people really love that one. My mom wants me to make her one, and then I ended up making another one of those for a tattoo trade for my goblins, these guys that I went to Nashville and got. So that was really fun. I have a really cool vlog on that trip. Barely anyone watched it, but I think it's really fun. Me and my friend Zoe went, and she's a lot more charismatic than I am on camera. But yeah, it was a fun time. So we've got the two Stella Tees, the Loopy Studio cardigan. Trying to think. Oh, I made my Isolde top. So I believe as far as garments that are knit, that's all I've made. This year I got really into upcycling, and that's been like this month really. So I've made a few things. I did make this top. I added all this applique. This like yellow is from an IKEA pillow, which is really cute. And then I have this little star on the side. I also made these pants. These brown pants are in like all of my videos. I just wear the crap out of them. I have these, and then I have the pair that I made out of the flannels from my past grandfather. And I wear those a lot as well. They could use some finishing and refining for sure. These striped ones are actually pretty good. And then I did buy the Madrone pants pattern, and I cut out material like weeks ago, and I just need to actually get to sewing it. But sometimes it'd be like that. I got really sucked into the upcycling and had a few markets, and now I'm like recovering from that. I'm trying to think of what else I made. I did make my first pair of socks. They were a DK weight. I had a little bit of a video on that as well. That was one of my early videos. They turned out fine. They turned out a little bit on the big side. I had started them and then they were massive, and so I sized down like 2 or 3 sizes, and then they were still huge. So definitely should have gauge swatched there. I think that was before I like ever gauge swatched. I would really like to make more socks. That is definitely a goal of mine. I made a few hats. I made like a brown two-toned fisherman beanie. I also made like a reddish toned rainbow fisherman beanie. And then, oh, I made a Sophie scarf for a friend of mine, which I started that in December. I believe that's it of like what I've made this year. I only started knitting in like October or November of last year, so in addition to that, I made like a rainbow sweater that's made of scrap acrylic yarn that's so heavy. It's basically a jacket, but it is kind of cute, and I'm very proud of it for being like my first project. I really had not planned the colors at all, and then it turned into a rainbow, and it's kind of cute for it. I might add patches to it just to like make it more my vibe this year. That might actually be really cute to add little patches to it so it's more wearable, because I do like it, but it just like, I don't know, it's not perfect yet. That'd be cute. Maybe we'll have a like modifying that one. I did modify my Loopy Studio cardigan pretty quick after I made it. I believe I finished that in like February, and then I just like wasn't wearing it because the front was too long and the back was rising up too high, and the sleeves just were like so big, and I really liked it, and I was very proud of it. I learned a lot doing that project, but I learned even more modifying that project and fixing it. I have a video on that as well. So if you want to see me going through and modifying that sweater, I was really proud. German short rows are such an amazing thing. I definitely feel like that was a great thing to do as a beginner. It sucks that my first like sweater pattern didn't fit me really, or I guess my first like cardigan pattern didn't fit me in a way that I enjoyed, but really learning how to make things fit the way I wanted them to was really good. And it's been really fun expanding my knitting knowledge. I'm still learning a lot. This is my first like drop shoulder cardigan. I've done a few raglans. I definitely do not have the largest of knowledges, but I'm getting there, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I hope you guys are having fun seeing the journey. I will definitely keep posting my knitting, my sewing. I will probably do like a better like actual like upcycling, more applique than upcycling, but a better vlog soon. I did get a lot of stuff off of eBay, so I've mentioned that a couple times. I need to do a haul of that. But yeah, I think that's probably gonna be it for this video. I know it like wasn't much, it's just me like slowly making progress on this sweater, but that is the nature of crafting, and it's not all about speed. I know a lot of people will do like videos on like one project, and I just don't want to feel rushed on any one project, so I enjoy just like filming what I'm doing that week, because I'm always doing at least something crafty, and that way you get to see. But yeah, hopefully maybe I'll include a little clip of this panel finished if I finish it before I upload this, but if not, here we go. Snake! I'm so excited. I really love these colors. I'm so glad that I picked these out. I'm gonna have to find cute buttons. I don't know, maybe some wood ones. But yeah, bye!